What?
I said, you ready?
I guess. Yeah.
You sure? You look half dead.
Yeah, well, I'm fucking tired. What you want from me, bruh?
Energy!
Streaming takes a lot out of you.
Energy!
Bruh. I'm trying.
This is the You're Being Too Loud podcast. I'm your host, Taylor. This is your co-host, DJ.
Yeah. Woo!
Okay, DJ, I have a question for you. You ready for this?
We'll see.
You sure?
I mean, we'll see.
So it's the new year.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
What is the worst, dating experience you've had? Like, worst pickup line you've ever heard? Or
This
given?
year? Or like...
Not this year. This year, it's only been 6 days.
You'd be surprised.
It's only been 6 days.
People be like, new year, new me. Let me shoot my shot real quick.
It's only been 6 days. Oh my God.
You'd be surprised.
I'm so glad I'm not in the dating world anymore.
So a lot of people come up to me sometimes.
I'm so glad I'm not in the dating world anymore.
I wish I wasn't. What was the question? Pickup lines? Worst ones?
I have a few that I can roll off on the top of my head.
Yeah, you do yours, because like sometimes people don't be like throwing pickup lines at me, and honestly, I don't usually use.
Yeah, but lines. I mean, like, you've had friends. Like, you can think of some pretty bad ones your friends have said.
Bruh, you think I listen to what they say? I don't trust my friends because, like, I don't ask my friends about like dating advice or anything. Like, how did you get this girl, or how do you get girls? I'm not like that for guy friends.
You've never had a guy friend come up to you and be like, yo, I said this to this bitch once.
No. I've never had a guy friend do that.
Like, to be fair, you already stated that your guy friends don't really get laid.
Yeah. I have one guy friend that is married. That's it. The rest of us is single as shit. Well, no, my bad. There's one still in a relationship.
That's good.
Actually, there might be a few that are. I just don't talk to them. I don't like, because it's not like fully my group. Like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because I don't have time to go hang out with people. So like, I don't know. I feel bad, like, because every time they're like trying to make a group event, I'm just like, I work. Like, I can't call off work. I can't do all this. I got shit I gotta pay for. Like, damn. Y'all work around my schedule maybe sometimes. Like, I can't do weekends usually.
Being an adult sucks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to plan that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for my worst dating pickup lines that guys have told me?
Yeah.
You're cute for a mutt.
What the fuck?
Whole chest. Whole chest.
Huh?
You'd be the perfect mixed girl if you had curly hair.
All right. That's.
I've never been attracted to an egghead before.
What is that even? What? Like, what? I feel like these are a lot more like insults than anything.
They definitely are.
Have they worked ever?
Oh no.
Have they?
The one guy who told me that I'd be the perfect mixed girl if I had curly hair, we were sleeping together. However, he said that to me after we had already been sleeping together. He said it to me after like 3 weeks of us sleeping together, and I was like, this is done.
That's a wild thing to say.
I had one guy tell me that I reminded him of his ex, and that's why we were sleeping together.
That's a weird thing to bring up.
Yeah.
Like, I know we fucking, but like, hey, I want you to know, I'm doing it because you look like my ex. What?
Right?
That's some weird ass shit. That's a weird thing to admit. Like, what? So you definitely not over your ex. One.
Nope.
And two, you just what? You still trying to fuck your ex?
Oh, I had one guy ask me what I was because he was only attracted to Hispanic women, and I looked Hispanic to him. So he was like, "So what are you?" And I was like, "A person?"
You look Hispanic?
Oh, I get that all the time. People like if I go into like the Caribbean, if I go into like Mexico, the few European countries that I've been to, they'll think that I actually am like Latino or Hispanic, and they'll start talking to me in Spanish, and I just stand there with like a giant grin on my face, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying.
Go ahead, speak some Spanish for me.
Hola, ¿cómo está? That's all I know how to say. And I can count up to like 5.
I was gonna say, because like I feel like you've been slacking on our Duolingo shit.
Okay, I don't need you to call me out for that. 1.
I'm sorry. Who has a year-long streak and who doesn't?
I had a 3-day streak.
Yeah, and I have let me check.
DJ had.
I know. I have a 314-day streak.
It's not a year. That's not a year. It's almost a year, but it's not a year. You still got a few more days.
Still. From when we first started. And I started it out as French, too. And then switched to Spanish halfway through because he was like, hey, we're not going to Paris anymore. What we're going to is a we don't know if it's like we're going to Latin America or we're going to Spain or we're going to fucking Brazil or Mexico or whatever. I'm like,
okay, the options were Mexico, Ireland, and Spain. Okay, those are the options. You listed so many different options that were not.
I don't remember which places it was because I thought there was also another one, but because I thought the Netherlands was also
Iceland was on the list.
Oh, was it Iceland, not the Netherlands? Okay.
Huh?
It was Iceland, not the Netherlands.
No, it was Iceland. But Iceland never gets above like 40 degrees.
Like that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. I do want to visit one day, don't get me wrong, but not for my wedding.
Yeah. I was just like, all right, though. Like, I'll switch to Spanish halfway through this year. And
you have to admit, so like we can go over this real quick because like when we switched, I was doing really well. Because I am in, okay, no, go away. I'm in, can we not?
I think you had almost a month-long streak at one time.
I think I did. I'm in lesson 2, and I'm in section 1, unit 2, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 2 more left before I finish this section, like 2 more little like dots to do, and then I'm done with that section. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I failed.
My quests with my sisters require me to get 750 XP in a week. And that pisses me off because my requests with you required me to get 250 a week, which I can do by myself easily in one day.
Yep.
But with
Hey, there was the one
750,
quest that we just completed that like I
it was the
actually really
250.
contributed to.
I think it was the 250 one, or it was the it was either the 250 one or it was we had to complete a certain amount of like
I think it was a certain amount of lessons because I like sat there and I just kept going through them. Because I don't want to hear your mouth again.
What?
I said I didn't want to hear your mouth again about me not participating in Duolingo.
Okay, when's the last time you were on Duolingo?
3 days ago.
Interesting. You said New Year, I got this. 2 days into the new year? No, I'm done.
I don't know why you're attacking me right now.
Because honestly, it should be y'all learning Spanish, not me.
Listen, Lonnie downloaded a year ago Duolingo on the pretense of he was going to do this with us. He still hasn't set up his account.
Okay, but I don't talk to Lonnie every day. Talk to you.
Do we really talk every day?
We've talked every single day, basically.
Wow. Damn.
What do you mean, wow? We we usually say something every day, even if
it
it's
just
like
doesn't cross my mind that we talk that much.
Yeah.
So do you remember a few days ago when I asked you if you love being my best friend? Do you have a new answer for that now?
Plead the fifth.
Huh?
I plead the fifth.
Well, what's your answer, DJ?
I plead the fifth.
So you don't love being my best friend?
I plead the fifth.
Hey, at least you don't have to deal with 3 a.m. phone calls of me crying and screaming my eyes out anymore. Crying my eyes out and screaming anymore.
Yeah, and then getting yelled at by my girlfriend at the time because I answer those calls because I'm a good friend.
Because I just gotten out of like a almost 5-year relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, but she was fucking crazy. Can we just talk about that for a second? Fucking crazy.
I don't like bad mouthing exes, especially not on recordings. But like,
you're not bad mouthing. I'm bad mouthing. I will bad mouth. I don't give a fuck. You don't have to bad mouth her if you don't want to. That's perfectly fine. But the bitch was fucking crazy. How are you going to say you're going to move into the town that I was going to school in and tell you you're not allowed to talk to your best friend of, at that point, 10 years?
The craziest part was that, so you know how you and him were my best friends, right?
Yeah.
He was saying that I was gonna not hang out with either of y'all. Or at least with him, she was not gonna go over anytime because they had a messy place. And I was like, bro, the only reason it looks like that is because it's two people that moved out from
houses.
Yeah. And it was a confined space. Like, it was it was a smaller space. Like, their place looks great when I go visit them now.
So,
because it's not confined like it was back then. But all right. So yeah, so she didn't want me seeing either of y'all, or she didn't want to see, she wasn't gonna go to their place at all. So if I was to ever visit them, she was not coming along. She was like, they can come over and like we can have like a dinner, stuff like that. I'm like, first of all, this is all my stuff that is being moved into this place. None of your stuff is coming. I don't know what you're talking about with this whole entire like our place type shit, especially since
I didn't even get a dinner invite.
Huh?
I didn't even get a dinner invite.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get to that. But like I said, I'm not gonna talk shit, but I'm talking shit. But Yeah, so she was just like, yeah, I won't be going over there. They can come over here, but I won't be going over there because I'm not dealing with like a whole messy place. Whole time, every time I had to come back from work, working a whole 10 to 12 hours sometimes.
So messy.
Huh?
She
Yeah,
was
her room was so messy. Her fucking bathroom was so messy. I'm cleaning every day I come back from work. This bitch has been home all day. What are
I just want to point
you
out
doing?
the one time that I went over
Cook.
there to get ready with her so that we could all go out and do something.
Mm,
Her bathroom was so messy.
yes.
I had nowhere to put my shit, like
Yeah.
at all. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm a disorganized, organized person.
Mm,
You've been to my house during spells of like where it's in disarray, and you've been to my house when it's clean. Either way, though, you still have places to sit.
mm-hmm.
You still have room to place your things if you need to. Like, it's never over like messy to the point where like if somebody came over and needed space, they had space.
Mm-hmm.
Her, I sat on the floor
Yeah. That's what she would do to put on makeup sometimes.
because there was nowhere else to go.
Yeah. So, I mean, but yeah, she was she she didn't want me seeing you at all or even letting you know that I was moving up there.
Yeah.
Um Yet even though you were helping and they had helped us, literally we stayed with them while we went to go look at places. Like
She called
for
me
free.
crying all the time whenever you guys would have fights and going, I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to talk to DJ. And I'd be like, well, what's going on? Like, I've known DJ for 10 years. I know how he acts to situations. I know, like, I knew that you were out of the relationship well
Yeah,
before
I was
you
fucking
told
done
her.
with it.
Because one, we had those conversations. And then two, the things that she was telling me, I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, he doesn't like you.
No.
Like, I've known him for years. I have seen him date people. I have seen him talk to people. He doesn't like you.
I'm a very doting person.
Very doting person. And so when this stuff was happening, I was like trying not to lose my shit laughing because she's calling me going, he's just not doing what he used to do anymore. And I'm like,
Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because you're a fucking asshole. Like maybe because you decided to tell me that you and your mother, like, it, not even just tell me, like, I hear you and your mom talking, and you're like, I don't know if I love him anymore. And then your mom going, that's okay. Just use him as a free place to stay and free rides and free food and all this. And I'm like, ha, bitch, get the fuck out.
okay, wait, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. When she said that to her before she was moving. Before she was supposed to move with me up to that town. I was just like, no, that's not happening. You're
You
not
know what makes me
staying.
laugh so much about this is that she was like, you can't see Taylor. And the moment that like you started coming up solo, you text me, you're like, I'm in town.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let's get together.
Mm,
Let's grab food. Let's do this. Let's do that. The first, I remember the first time you came over to my house. You walk in the door and you go, so she doesn't want me to see you anymore. And I was like,
yeah.
oh, like no, it's no, hey, how are you doing?
No.
No, check-ins. No, let's slowly, gradually get into this. You're like, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, and she doesn't want me to see you. And I was like,
Yeah. I'm just like, you ain't gonna fucking stop me from seeing my fucking best friend. Especially all right. Who? Oh.
that was a few months after the breakup. And on top of that, can we just talk about the spiral that I was in at the time?
Mm-hmm.
If I lost I had already lost one of my best friends.
If you had lost both of us.
If I lost both of my best friends, I don't think that I'd be where I am right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Probably not. I don't even think I'd be where I'm at right now. I don't think I would be as, like, trying to stream as much. Well, honestly, I might not be, you know.
Don't fucking get me started on that, because you know how pissed off that situation makes me. I never would have contacted that man outside of any fucking concern for you. I get so heated when I think about that goddamn situation, because all I want to do is throat punch him.
I can't say I feel the same, but I mean, that's because in that situation I was ready. But yeah. But no, all right. Hold on. Let me still finish saying her shit, bro.
No, we can't. I'm just saying. I'm thinking about that situation again, and it's just, whoa.
All right. So clearly we ain't disclosing names, right? That's what we do. We're not doing here.
No.
But so yeah. So yeah, her mom had that dumb talk where her mom was just like, yeah, oh well, just live with him for free, yada yada yada, shit like that. I'm like, fuck you, you ain't coming up here. That's not happening. But also with the whole entire fact that, like, she didn't want me really hanging out with you at all if we were moving up there, and then wasn't gonna go over to their house if they invited us for dinner or whatever.
I have a
Baffled me.
genuine question.
Hmm.
Did this all start when me and him stopped, like, being
Yeah.
together?
Because you guys, I was getting calls from both of y'all.
Yeah, I know that.
So, yeah. Like, yeah.
Why did she think that all of a sudden our relationship was going to change? Because here's my thing. Here's my thing when it comes to my partners, your partners, any of that shit. We have known each other for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
If something was going to happen between us, it would have already fucking happened. Nothing is going to happen between us.
Mm-mm.
I love you. You are my best friend.
You're like,
I would throw punch you if you ever tried to make a move on me. First of all, it would be the grossest feeling ever.
yeah.
It would literally make my skin crawl.
I literally say that I have, like, how many sisters do I have now? 8.
You're a brother. Like, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Molly is my sister. You're my brother. You are my 2 longest best friends. Both going on, like, I think Molly's, like, I knew Molly, I want to say, like, 2 or 3 years after you. So, like, Molly's going on, like, 12 to 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
If either one of you tried to make a move on me, I think my knee-jerk reaction would be to hit you. I'm not even gonna, like, I'm not even joking. I'm pretty sure that would be my knee-jerk reaction. Like, it would be reflex of, like, the fuck is happening? Get away from me.
Yeah.
Because it has never been our relationship.
Like, no, that's just too weird.
I cannot, because, like, I never gave an indication.
Mm-hmm.
And if she was really that concerned, she could have just listened to one of the phone calls where I was like, he's my soulmate.
Which
Like,
I don't know how she wasn't hearing like all of these calls because you were loud as shit
when
crying.
am
And
I
I'm like,
not loud
hold
as
up,
shit?
give me a second. I just woke the fuck up. All right. I don't know what the fuck's going on or if this is even real right now. I got work in a couple hours. Hold on. So yeah, sometimes you'd be talking until I had to go to work, and I only got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep that day. I'm like, I literally had to tell the dude that I'm with, like, driving the truck with. I was like, "You're driving today. I'm sleeping. Fuck this shit." like,
Like, I
like,
need sleep.
yeah, and I would fall asleep. Like, I was just like, "All right, you're not having me drive because I will kill us both, or somebody else probably."
I got
This
two
is a
friends
big
that are
threat.
calling me at all hours of the night. I have
Yeah,
not gotten any sleep anytime soon.
yeah. I'm like, I don't even know how I made it to work. In all honesty, don't know. Like, how I'm here right now, couldn't tell you.
And then I started sleeping with people out of spite. Can we just,
Yeah,
when I started to move on, it was strictly out of spite. Can we talk about that for a second?
we can, or we can finish the fucking conversation of her. I've been trying to finish. No, we
I
can talk about
love
spite.
it right
Huh?
now. I'm so sorry. Go.
No, you can finish your spiteful conversation now. Oh,
No, we can go on to it once you're done. You're trying for like 30 minutes.
20 minutes is taking us to talk about this shit for me to finish her shit.
Oh my god,
Anyways,
I'm sorry. Okay,
yeah,
go on.
she
Go on.
didn't want me being friends with either of y'all. Like, I keep having to reiterate this shit so many times. Um, Even though you were helping her out and you were friendly to her, right?
Yeah.
She didn't want me being friends with you at all. And she didn't like the fact that we were close with or that I was close with other one. Um and yeah. So she her best friend, she would voice her opinion of me straight to my face. And I don't know what this girl was telling them, but she would say that I was abusive. Never put a hand on her ever.
Nor were
Nor
you
was I
any sort of
emotionally abusive.
emotionally abusive.
Like, when I say I'm doting, I am like I do so much for people.
Even when I could tell that you weren't in the relationship anymore, you never once were like mean to her, starting fights with her. You weren't any sort of like manipulative. Like, you still did everything
Mhm.
that you did. It
Even
just,
when
you
she
could
quit her
tell that your
job,
heart wasn't in it anymore. And that was the only change.
even when she quit her job a month before I moved to that town, so that I could start my new job there a month before we had to move, I was still just like, it's all right. I got you. I'll still pay for stuff. Don't worry about it. It's okay, even though you quit it. I mean, am I upset that you quit it that early? Yes, I am. Because I'm literally quitting my job like what, a week before I move up by myself? Like, what? And you're
Doesn't make
quitting
any
it
sense.
a whole 2 months
It
when you still have a car? That makes it makes no sense. But I mean, you could still be working this for those 2 months at that job. Like,
I don't think that I could do that early. It would like,
well, I don't think she thought about anything. But her best friend, so I'm pretty sure I've told you about this. So her and I, we were taking some stuff to Goodwill, and so we dropped some furniture off, and we dropped some clothes off at Goodwill because we were trying to clear things out because we weren't going to be taking everything when we were moving.
yeah.
So we dropped some stuff off that neither of us used at all anymore. And there was also some extra stuff her mom was trying to get rid of anyway. So we were just like, all right, cool. we'll take that with us, and we'll donate it too. So we finished dropping the stuff off. I'm driving us back. She gets a call from her best friend. She's just like, "Stay quiet." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. I don't really care." So
I don't think I've
cool.
ever said that to anyone I was with when one of my friends called
Well,
me.
one, I don't like this best friend anyways. I didn't like her. She didn't like me. We just hated each other. Honestly, I hated her because the fact that like she was putting dumbass thoughts in this girl's head, and I'm like, whatever, do whatever, be your best friend. Honestly, you're being held back by her, but whatever. Like, do you? Like, she has the whole mindset of I need to depend on other people, and I'm like, that's disgusting. For money, I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. But whatever. Do you? So she gets the call, she answers. At first, it's casual, it's chill. It's like whenever, you know, asking how your day is going, shit like that. And then she asks where she was, and she was like, I'm dropping stuff off at Goodwill, and now I'm on the way home. Doesn't say I'm with her, none of that shit. Because I mean, I don't think best friend wants to hear that I'm with her. And her best friend starts to say, why are you dropping stuff off at Goodwill? She was like, I needed to get rid of some stuff before I move up to that town with DJ. I'm like, okay, cool. She's saying something about me finally. And her friend's just like, wait, you're moving with that abusive boyfriend of yours? I'm like, I stay quiet. I'm like, okay. I
What
want
was
to hear
she
where this goes.
telling her?
I want to hear. I don't know. I don't know what she's telling her that I'm doing, because don't know. Like, I never laid hands on her ever.
You also didn't do what he was doing to me with like starting arguments and going
Yeah.
quiet and like
Like, when I get home, I'm tired. Like, I'm trying to chill, relax, like play a game, eat food, have a good conversation, and like lay down and watch a movie with you or TV show, whatever. Literally, during that relationship, I probably watched The Office 78 times
I hate The
because she
Office.
liked it so much.
I hate The Office so much.
I fucking do too. But I
I
just didn't want to put up with an argument.
I know people are gonna hate us for that, but I think The Office is just horrible.
It's so like, okay, the first 2 times, cool, whatever.
I haven't even watched it all the way through. It's just so like, ugh.
There's one episode that I hate more than life itself. Like,
I
and it's fucking Scott's Tots.
I don't know why I hate The
Or
Office
I
so
think
much,
I
but
think
I
it's called
do.
Scott's Tots.
And I also don't like everyone's like, oh well, if you don't like The Office, then you like Parks and Recs. No, I hate both of them.
Never watched Parks and Rec.
I hate them both. I can't stand either one.
I don't like either one of those. The one that I like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
god.
That's where it's at.
I love
So
it so
funny.
much. R.I.P. to Captain Holt.
Mm-hmm.
Love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Love it so much.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, she's like, I told you not to fucking like go with your move anywhere with your like abusive boyfriend. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? What have I done that could have possibly been confused as like abusive, like anything? Like, what have I done? I'm not like this. Okay. I have 4 biological sisters and a mother that I was raised by. If I did anything like that, my ass is 6 feet under.
I'm sorry, your 2 older sisters alone.
Like, I don't care how much bigger I am than all of them. I'm still gonna die.
Your
Like,
two older sisters alone, I could see them dragging you, literally dragging your body,
mhm,
and just burying you in the backyard.
yeah,
And your mom would be like sipping her coffee, just
just
watching,
watching
going,
it go down. Like, that's okay.
yeah, just like, huh.
I had a son, not anymore.
Now I have daughters only. Like,
That's what I wanted. No,
like I'm sorry, but like, what?
yeah.
That always, like,
Mhm,
before anyone else, like me or even your other sisters found out,
mhm,
your mom and your older sisters, you would already be dead. You would
yeah,
already be 6 feet under. You would already be
that's what I'm
being
saying. I'm
buried.
like, there's no way. Like, I don't. No, but okay. Like, maybe when like I was an aggressive teenager, but I'm like 22 at the time. But
But
also,
even
even when I was an aggressive teenager, I still didn't even really do that.
that's what I was about to say. Even when you were an aggressive teenager, I could like buck at you and you'd just be like,
I was a
really?
very
Can you not?
pacifistic person. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I fought people,
You did.
but not
But
like.
I'm saying that like if like me or like any other female like
'Cause I
did
don't
that, you would
fight.
just kind of be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously?
You trying to fight? Like, let's go. No, you
You
really
were like,
want to try me?
if you really want to, but like, I'm not going to like it would just correction. If I bucked at you, I'm pretty sure you would have just been like, let's go.
Mhm,
But
probably.
like, that's also by that point we had known each other for like 4 or 5 years.
Hmm.
So I literally lived with you at one point.
Yeah, I
So
I don't understand. With her, it's weird. But then she was just like, oh, what did she say? Besides that whole abusive thing, um, uh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There was something else that she had said, but whole time I'm just like, why are you defending me? I'm like right here. You're literally saying nothing to
wait,
correct
she
this
didn't
girl.
defend you?
She didn't defend me.
Okay,
She just
but
stayed
here's the
quiet the
thing.
entire time. I'm looking at her. I'm like, bitch, say something. Correct
Here's
your best friend before I have to go through that phone and smack your best friend and actually be abusive. I will show you who
so
the fuck I am,
here's the thing.
or can be, at least.
I guarantee you she didn't say anything because her best friend would have been like, but you told me yada 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 yada. And she knew
Probably,
that you're in the car and you would hear it all.
probably. I was gonna speak and say something. I would have been like, I was really about to like let out the whole entire excuse the fuck out of me. I do what? What am I? Like, ain't you the one that like dating some dude that's beating you and putting you in the hospital like 3 times? The fuck
And
you
you want to talk
talking
about
about?
abusive?
Hers was, yes.
But here's my thing. Not in her situation, but I'm speaking from my own situation. Of that, like, it brings out the toxic in both of you.
Mhm.
So, like, I'm just confused. I'm gonna be completely honest. However, I'm not that confused because this is the same girl that said that she wanted to start going to the gym, went to the gym with me once, did
Mhm.
leg day with me once,
Yeah.
and then said, I'm never going back to the gym with her.
Mhm.
It wasn't even a hard leg day.
She was just lazy. That's all she was. She was just lazy. Cause I mean, that's why she quit her job 2 months early.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, she didn't want to go to the gym even though she wasn't doing nothing. Like, she just wanted to order food all the time. And I was just like, one, why would we go grocery shopping if you just want to eat out all the time?
Okay, but this is the same girl that I put like basil and like salt
But
and
okay, they
parsley and
I can't say
everything and
it.
eggs that I made you guys for breakfast one morning. Can we touch
I
on the
can't.
fact that I invited you guys over all the time whenever I was home and made you breakfast?
And it wasn't your house either. It was your
It was
parents'
my
house.
mother's house.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
And I made y'all breakfast. And it
Yeah,
wasn't
but
just like eggs and toast. I made French toast. I made pancakes. I made waffles.
this is also the one where the mom made the fucking roast. And because they're part of a certain community, they aren't allowed to add seasoning other than salt. And sometimes not even that. Because she didn't have a specific type of salt. I was just like, this shit tasting like I'm eating rubber. I don't want this roast no more. But I'm gonna chew it down and try to fucking not die because I'm not rude. I'm gonna choke this shit down, basically. So that way I don't look like an asshole. Even though it tastes like shit. Actually, it just tastes like nothing.
It makes me laugh so much because after we both got out of those relationships, my ex decided to constantly tell you that you are not allowed to sleep with me. Mind you, I was already in my spiteful era at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said, you'll never find anyone like me. You'll never find anyone as good as me in bed. You need an emotional connection to sleep with people. Okay. Try me. Try me, bitch. Did that lead into a series of me sleeping with guys with the same name? Maybe. Did it last like 4 months? Maybe. Were there some questionable men? Were there some questionable choices that I made? Potentially. You know, I no longer like Marines.
Huh?
I said I no longer let me rephrase that. I have no issues with Marines. However,
oh, you said Marines. I thought you said Maries. I was like,
no, Marines.
Who the fuck is
so
Marines?
I personally, before I got with Lonnie, wrote off all military men after my experience with them.
I mean, aren't most like, I'm not trying to like generalize them, but like I hear a lot that they're mainly
are very true. I had a guy offer to marry me for benefits. And extra pay that came with it.
Yeah.
Because it would have also came with separation pay. And I almost considered doing it. And then I found out that he got another girl pregnant while we were talking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he texted me. He goes, yeah, so actually we can't get married. And I was like,
because I have to marry this other girl.
No, literally. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I thought you were giving me time to think this over. I was like, also it's midterm week. So like, I'm not really like thinking about this. And he goes, yeah, well, the other girl that, he was like, yeah, well, the girl I was sleeping with is pregnant now. And I said, huh?
I'm not.
I was like, I'm not pregnant. Who are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, it's, I didn't tell you this, but like, I've been sleeping with this other girl. And I was like, pause. Big pause. Not only did you lie to me about, you're not sleeping with anyone else, but you're raw.
Yeah. Like, and you're not gonna tell nobody that
you're not gonna tell me else? Oh, I got tested immediately. I immediately set up an appointment. I said,
wild shit.
Mind you, I was using protection. Your girl not trying to get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I don't trust it. I don't trust
That's some weird shit. Who's just like, I just met this person, but raw is the way to go. Like, I understand if you have like maybe a fucking allergy towards like latex or something.
I have an allergy towards latex. They make latex-free condoms.
That's why I'm just like, What's going on?
Ladies, buy a box for yourself. Have
Yeah.
it by your bedside table. If
Mhm.
they're like, oh, I forgot one. Okay, cool. I got one right here. What size? You
Yeah.
want to glow in the dark? Latex free?
You said glow in the dark.
Ribbed? Icy hot? What you want?
That's crazy.
Flavors?
That's crazy.
Oh my god, I had like a whole listen. I had a whole box. I had way more than I needed, but I was prepared
Hmm.
because I was not doing that. We're in college, we're all sleeping around, we're all single. I was in a sorority, so I was like in Greek life, like, hell no, I'm not, like, you're not doing that. I had a guy try to be like, there's not condoms big enough for me. I was like, okay, bye.
That gives off little dick energy.
First of all, I don't want something that big, anyways. That seems like it would be painful. I'm
But
good.
also, why are you voicing that? Like,
And secondly, I've literally watched one go on a banana, a
yeah,
cucumber, a watermelon. I've seen people put them on their heads.
eggplants.
Like they're actual, like,
Yeah, and
try
then they just
again.
breathe into it, and they're like, and it blows up.
Yeah, so try again.
Yeah, like, there's no way.
If your dick is somehow bigger than a human head, a human adult head, I
Nobody
don't
wants it.
want it near me.
Yeah.
Get it away right now. I will grab a bat and I will hit you.
Just don't mistake his dick for the bat.
I'll hit you with your own dick. I don't care. Get away from me. Like, men are so fucking wild. Don't get me wrong, women are wild too. So I was sleeping. Okay, so me and my friend found this out and it was hilarious. Okay, because women are, I'm not just saying men, women are wild too. Okay,
I know.
everyone in the dating world is unhinged. That is what I have gathered from my almost 2 years of being single as an adult. In high school, y'all were even crazier. I'm not even gonna get into that shit. In college, I was sleeping with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
My friend was also sleeping with said girl. We did not know that we were sleeping with the same girl because mainly I didn't go around telling people who I was sleeping with, nor did it matter to anyone, honestly. If I was sleeping with multiple people, I let the people know, hey, I have more than one partner right now. I'm using protection, but if you don't like that, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Very open. I'm not looking for a relationship. This is I want something consistent. We can do a one night stand if you want. We can do a little trial run. I don't care. Anyways, back to the story. I was sleeping with her. He was sleeping with her. We didn't know. It was Halloween weekend. I went out with a different girl that I was trying to sleep with. It didn't go through. I kind of got like, she found her friends and then she basically started making out with her friends all night. And I was like, that's giving me, I'm good. You want to make out with your friends and everything, that's perfectly fine. I make out with my friends when I'm drunk. It's whatever, like my female friends. But when you're out with me, I would expect that, like, when I'm out with a female that I'm actually trying to be with, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna make out with my friends in front of you. Anyways, neither here nor there. So I go home and I go hit up the girl that I'm currently sleeping with, and I go, hey, come over. And she comes over and we hook up and everything. And then she goes back to her place, which is like 3 blocks from my house or whatever. 2 weeks later, me and my 2 friends are grabbing lunch. They come over to the house. They brought food. They didn't bring me food because they're fucking little dickheads. Anyways, one of my friends actually has a video of this on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're grabbing lunch and we're like eating and everything in my house. I'm doing work. I'm studying for something. And he's telling this story about how this girl had come over to his house and she gave him like the dumbest excuse ever as to why she had to leave. She, like, basically, they got done. They were, like, cuddling in bed and everything. And then she's, like, texting on her phone, but she's not really letting him see who's texting her. And then she's like, oh, I have to leave. I left my oven on.
What?
That's what she told him. And so he named her. And I'm like, wait. And he's like, what? And I'm like, what day was this? And so he gives me the date. And I, like, you know me, whenever I figure something out, I go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I, like, cover up my face.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, like, dying laughing. And so we start screaming at each other because he was like, she left my house to go to you. And I said, I did not know.
Yeah.
I had no idea. It was like the funniest thing ever. I didn't sleep with her anymore after that because I was like, how the fuck are you going to tell someone? I left my oven on. My roommate's just texting me.
Why didn't your roommate turn it
Why
off?
did your roommate turn
My oven's still running.
You couldn't have thought of something better. Whenever
Like,
guys were trying
oh
to
my
take
God,
me
my
home,
friend's locked out of their car. I need to go help them.
something. It was Halloween weekend. My friend's at the bar alone and they're trying to leave. I need to, like, I don't want them to walk home. You know how many times, first of all, don't be me, kids. You know how many times I walked home alone because I would get, like, mad while drunk, and I would walk like a mile and a half home in the cold in that town's weather,
You know,
half naked.
you wanna know how, like, I would walk to your house when I lived up there? You know, I didn't realize how many bear sightings there were up there. And I was walking at night too. Also, that's
Same.
terrifying.
I was walking at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I got home one day and I had looked at my phone since I have bad service up there. So like
Everyone
when it's
does.
on Wi-Fi, it gets stuff. But when it's not, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I get home and it's like 9 minutes ago saying like, hey, there was a bear sighting around campus. Y'all need to stay inside and stay safe. I'm like, huh? Are you telling me I could have been mauled?
Oh my God. So they actually had to like delay classes one day because there was a cub on our campus in the middle of the day. And they were like, we don't know where the mom is. We can't see the mom. Do not leave the building you're in. And it was literally like right when class was letting out so that you could like go to your next class or go wherever. People had to like text out of work and be like, hey, I can't come. There's like a bear right next to my campus building. It was wild how many bear sightings there were up there.
Yeah, it was a little insane.
Like so many, but the amount of times that I walked home alone at like, so you remember where the bar was across from the apartments, right?
Yeah.
The houses behind the bar down that hill,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I would walk from all the way home.
Fuck that shit.
And I would do it drunk in the middle of the night. Alone.
Nope.
First of all, how did I not get kidnapped?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's in college town too. So, I mean,
How did I not die? How did I not get mauled by a bear?
I mean, yeah, because you lived there longer too. Hey, what years?
I think back to my college days and I'm like, bro, how did I survive? How did I live? First of all, those last 2 years were wild. Wild.
Mm-hmm.
I was insane. First of all, I'll tell this story a different day. But I was getting robbed at gunpoint and I walked out of the building. I told you this story.
What building?
The 7-Eleven.
On the corner?
Yes.
The one that had like all the good like dots and all that shit. Yeah.
Robbed
Nothing
at
else.
gunpoint, and I just walked away.
You know that gun wasn't real.
Probably not. I was drunk as shit. I didn't know.
Bruh.
Everybody else dropped to the floor, and I said, I have cats.
I gotta go
I'm
take
just going
care.
to go home to my cats. Here's where I made my mistake. I put my snacks down.
You should have just walked out with them.
Why didn't I? I don't know. I was drunk. I said, Doritos, are you worth it? Are you worth my life?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
And I put them down and I walked out.
Which color bag?
Blue. Probably blue.
Not worth it. No.
And I walked home. I walked the 4 blocks back to my house.
When you think of purple, sorry, I keep interrupting. When you think of the purple bag of Doritos, what flavor?
The spicy ones.
It's not purple. That's not the purple.
Not the purple one?
It's not. I mean, it is. It is one of them, but the main one that I feel like people think about is the It's like the spicy tangy one.
Oh, see, yeah. I think of the spicy ones.
Like it's I don't know that I think it's spicy tangy or sweet and spicy or something like that. I don't know, whatever purple one it is. It's still like both of them are still good, but
I still listen. That entire night though, with the whole like getting robbed thing, it was a wild night. I went to the bar that was right next to the 7-Eleven, and I had gone there with one of my friends, and we're sitting there, and these guys order us shots, and we're like, oh, thank you and everything. And the dude walks over and he was like, oh, can I get your number? And I was like, oh no, like I'm good, but like, my friend is. And he goes, well, I actually just wanted your number. I don't talk to fat bitches. And I was like,
oh shit.
I threw the shots at him so fast.
That's crazy.
And I was like, how fucking dare you? First of all, my friend was fucking like, don't get me wrong. She was fucking like, I had done her makeup that night. I had done her makeup. I had done her hair. The bitch looked good. She looked really good. And even outside of that, like she was a very like attractive woman. And for like, he made me so mad. And they then proceeded to order us a second round of shots. And the bartender was like, before she even like had poured them, she walked over and she was like, they ordered you guys shots again. And I said, I don't want them.
Yeah.
I don't want shots from someone that is that shallow and just a piece of shit. Also, you're not even cute. You were like a solid 3. And now you're like a solid -15.
Jesus. Shot it down so far. It went down 18 points, bro. That's crazy.
I'm sorry, but like, you could be like a 5, but have like a really good personality, and I'll think you're like an 8 or a 9. But the moment that you are not only ugly, because the man's fucking hairline was so far back on his head, I didn't know where it started. And the man had no right to talk about weight, because I swear to God, his beer belly was bigger than my fucking dreams.
Oh man, let the man live. Let the man live a little bit.
No.
Damn.
And on top of that, who the fuck wears hunting gear into a college bar?
Bro, you know where you went to college, right?
I know where I went to college.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? How many people did you see there that weren't country-ish?
Okay, wait. Completely off topic. There was this old guy that used to come into the bar, right? He had to be in like his 80s or 90s, all right? He'd come into the bar every night. He had on like the funkiest outfits ever and a cowboy hat. He was the life of the fucking party. I loved that man so much. He was so much fun. He would drink with us. He would dance with us. He was clearly just there to have fun and like, you know, get out of the house and everything.
Yeah.
No issues. But he was like so fucking nice, so sweet. He was so much fun to drink with and party with. Like, if all of the locals were like that, there would be no issue.
Yeah.
He was so like, it was just I have a photo somewhere of him. But he had on like this like cowboy hat and he had like the little like he had stitched in like the fishing parts of like a hat with like the little like pouches and everything on it. It was He was amazing. And I hope that he is still doing well to this day.
He was an older man.
Listen, I don't want to think about him dying.
And this was all before COVID. I don't want to say. Well, no. He might be good. He might be good.
He could be good. Either way, I hope that he's doing
that
well.
Area though.
We're not going to talk about it. In my head, he is alive. He is happy. He's healthy. He's still going to the bars and having a great time.
That area though.
We're not going to talk about it.
What is it? Heroin Central? Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about the doctors up there at some point because every single one of them deserves to be fucking throat punched.
But bro, that city that we lived near, I would go to the bar like every Sunday with people, with coworkers or whatever, to watch like football games and shit like that, and smoke cigars and everything. Since that was the first bar I ever found that had a cigar shop connected to it, and then you were able to actually smoke inside of. So we were all just like, hell yeah, let's fucking go there, watch football, do all this shit. So it's in the city, right? So you know, parking garages and shit like that, right? I didn't use a parking garage ever. So I would park a mile and a half away at this grocery store. I just hiked to the bar, bro. I was like, I ain't paying for fucking parking. Fuck that shit. I'll walk. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck that. I'm not paying. I'm already paying for cigars and drinks. I'm not gonna fucking pay for parking. No.
Why did you just carpool?
No, I couldn't have. I couldn't have carpooled because they were in the town, like they lived there already. Okay, I was the only one that was like a drive away. So, yeah, that was not happening. I was just like,
You're wild. You're wild for that.
I didn't want to pay for parking, bro. And I always found parking at the grocery store. So I was just like,
oh shit, it's a grocery
I'm only going to be gone for 2 hours. I was like, it's all right. It'll be okay. Oh, man. It was good, though. But it was storming one day. I was just like, ooh. It's gonna be a run. Especially since it was cold as shit there all the time.
Even during the summer.
Like,
even during the summer. I don't think it ever got above like 73, 74.
Fucking God forbid too. It fucking thunderstorms there, bro. You're hearing every single crackle. And it's not like a small like crash. No. It's like, bro, a metal fucking building just collapsed, bro. That's what it is.
Yep.
It was loud as shit. If you were dead asleep, plan on waking up. You're going to.
I did every single time.
Yeah.
I think that's why I have like a hatred for thunderstorms now.
Mm-hmm. Shit was so fucking loud. It sounded like it was right outside my window. No. Fuck that shit. Fuck that.
All right. That has been episode 2 of You're Being Too Loud podcast.
Yeah. There's a bunch of randomness.
Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us 5-star ratings on Spotify and Amazon Music.
That's
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
Uh-huh.
We
Mhm.
post every Monday and Thursday. I have
Mhm.
no idea what else to say.
It's been a pleasure talking and just telling y'all stories. Love doing this.
They're just gonna
Yeah.
get more wild from here.
What?
They're just gonna get more wild from here. Will we start bringing up childhood stories, DJ?
Oh yeah, it's gonna get louder and more wild. I want y'all to know that. You thought we were loud already. Just buckle up, bitches.